Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I haven't posted in like a hot minute, so yeah. Low-key, I just kind of been like not even busy for real, just kind of like not in the mood to post, just because like I've made videos, but like they just never I never finished them because I would either get lazy or I wouldn't like it no more, so I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna do it. So yeah, it's on me. Today's video is kind of like totally different. It's all about basically like the first year cost of dental hygiene. I low-key want to make this channel about like school, like dental hygiene, come in the program, so it'll be like we'll have a lot of videos on that, and like also books. So I'm just gonna like conjoin it, and that'll be my channel. You know, that's just for now, because I did a recent video like about like the books I've read, and then my last video was like a study vlog, so it's like it's gonna kind of like alternate like with that, so it won't always be all about school, it won't always be about books. And like I'm debating if I want to do like lifestyle content, like, you know, like a week in my life, like outside of school and books, but like it's always one or the other. I don't think I go a day without doing homework, I don't go a day without reading, so it's like, yeah. So in this video, I'm basically just gonna be covering like what happens during your first like dental hygiene orientation, the stuff I have to get before classes even start. I haven't even started classes yet, but there's already a lot to do before I even start the program itself. And then like I also want to just do like a cost breakdown, how much everything's gonna cost me. And it isn't like I have true like prices with like certain things, but like there's other things that are like an estimate. So this is kind of like an estimated kind of like total how much I might spend. It's not going to be all the way just because like I haven't purchased some of the stuff. Yeah, I purchased like only 2 things, but like yeah. So I'm excited because like as I consider program, I'm gonna do like a week in my life, like doing hygiene in like my first semester. I'm gonna do like a first semester recap. Like I don't know, I'm excited. So anyway, while this rambling, let's just get right into the video. Okay, now I'm just gonna start off like what happened during my orientation. I have the screen right here. My dental hygiene orientation was not in person. A lot of people had like in person ones, but mine was not in person. Ours was over a Zoom call, and it was like for 2 hours, but really it could have been like 45 minutes, like 45 minutes to an hour, if I'm being honest, because it took a minute because we did introductions, like we were like, you know, like what's your name, and they also asked us if we were left or right-handed, so we did like a little icebreaker. And then she just went over like, it was like all the dental hygiene professors as well too, so it was all of them. They went over their names and how long they've been like in our registered dental hygienist and all that stuff, and why they do it, blah blah blah. So then after that they started like asking us to introduce ourselves and just asking like little icebreaker questions. So that's how mine went over the computer because it was a Zoom. Towards it, they started talking about like registration, like, and all that stuff, like the classes that we needed. You know, we already have them if we got on the program, but I mean, I guess on a recap. And then also just like telling us like why dental hygiene is like a great major, and like why it's important, and how you're like, how it's very important to be a dental hygienist and all that stuff. And then they also just showed us a couple of like things that would happen, like competencies, like of what a dental hygienist would do, and like how they act in like real world and all that stuff. So they also talked about ADHA, which is the American Dental Hygiene Association. I don't know if all schools do. I'm pretty sure they all do. We basically had to join that, and it's like a membership. We had to pay for it. First year is $85, second year is $150, and I guess they just started adding like boards reviews towards their thing. So if I wanted to do a board review for 1 year, if I wanted the 1 year membership and then added a board review, I think it was like 170, and then like I did 2 years of the membership, and then board review was like 220. I don't know. I'm like debating if I low-key might not just do it, because I've seen a lot of people use Andy RDH, so I'm like, okay, I'll try to do that. Even though Andy RDH is like a lot of money, because I saw it was like $40. I'm like, ah, too much. Anyway, So yeah, so they were telling us about that, how we're gonna have to join it. They told us like when we should join. Cause the problem with this is like they did the orientation. They told us how much we're gonna be spending, but the only problem I just don't like is how we're supposed to wait certain times. Most of the materials I have to buy, I cannot even buy them until August, like a month before. Not even. I start down hygiene August 31st. I go back to school. I go back to school August 31st, and I have to buy these things in August. And like with me, I don't like being late. I like to have everything already on hand. I'm like the early person when it comes to stuff like that. So it is kind of like making me like anxious, because it's like, okay, I gotta make sure when August comes, I gotta get this like right now, right now. And then the problem with that too is like how you have to spend almost all your money in one time. Like there's things you can get and you can like, you know, like wait to get it, like paycheck to paycheck or whatever. But like those are like the miscellaneous things, and the things that you really need and will actually be using during clinic and class, I have to get and splurge all that money in like 2 weeks, which sucks. Is like I can't just buy one thing and then the next month buy the next, like, you know what I mean? Like it's just like you gotta like literally splurge all that in one sitting. I just don't like it, but hey, whatever, that's how it works. So the next thing they talked about was scholarships. I tried to apply to some of these. There's a Delta Dental one, which they told us this too late. I tried to sign up for it and it was already done. And I was a little bit mad because this one would cover, the Delta Dental would cover my clinic supplies, my tuition, and I'd be able to go to an ADHA meeting and they would like find me out and do all that stuff and be paid for it, which kind of sucks. I really wanted to do that, but I mean, it's okay. We're gonna get it. I tried the other stuff as well, the other scholarships, and I applied to like 2 of them, so we'll see if they get back to me. Okay, so the next thing we talked about was CPR training. So there is a mandatory CPR class. I don't know if it's for every school, but ours, so I have like a bunch of CPR class, like CPRs, whatever, through American Heart and something else, because where I work at, I need it, and I always just did it through them. So with them, regardless if I have one or not, I gotta retake it. And it's just like I do it all the time, so it's like, dang, I gotta do it again. This time I have to pay for this too. So from September 18th to the 25th, they're gonna be emailing us dates of when we have to get our CPR like stuff done, and the cost of the class is $40. And they even say even if you have a current one, you still have to like do one through them. So regardless, even though I have like a bunch of them, I still have to do it again. Okay, so next was the dress coding clinic, which is everyone's favorite part, right? Yeah. Anyway, so the scrubs, luckily for me, my school, and I'm gonna like towards the end, I'm gonna talk about my school and like what it is and all that stuff. So the scrubs, I don't have any like particular scrubs to get. Like they just tell us to purchase the style and your color. We just can't have no prints, so like I couldn't have like polka dot scrubs or like cheetah print or flower print. It has to be like basic color scrubs. It can be any color, which I'm glad, because I love like different colors, and I want to buy one fig set. Even though they're so expensive, I do want to buy at least one fig set. So it can be any color, and then if like I want to cover my arms, which I have to anyway, that's either long sleeve solid coat shirts may be worn under the surgical scrub. Like I said, it has to be free of prints, and then free of odors as well. I mean, you can't stink, but then you also can't put on perfume or any smelly lotion. Like you literally just smell neutral, which kind of sucks, because like I literally live for scents, and like I can't really have them because it can be like, you know, distraction. Also, if I'm in somebody's mouth, like they're gonna be smelling me and they can be irritated. I don't know. But yeah, so I can't have no perfumes or none of that. Socks must be clean and free of holes, and they have to be mid-calf, so no ankles can show. If my ankles show, they did say they would dock points in clinic. No ankle socks. No ankle socks, mid-calf, which is fine anyway, because I wear compression socks anyway, because I work in the hospital, so we're good. And then for shoes, I need clean, rubber-soled, low-heeled, and closed-toed. Crocs are not acceptable, which makes sense. I mean, the Crocs I think they would accept are the ones that are like clogs, where like they're all covered and it's like a slip-on shoe. Hair must be off the car by either string of clips, pins, ponytail holders. So basically your hair has to be up, nothing in your face, in a ponytail. It has to be covered anyway because you're gonna have to put a surgical cap on, like that's required. And then for fingernails, we can't do acrylic, which I mean makes sense. And it can have nail polish of any color, but the polish just can't be chipped. And then, like I said, it's hands only free of odors, smoking, heavily scented lotions or creams. Lotion is provided in clinic, which sucks. Because like I said, I like to, I like to smell good. So now I gotta smell neutral, like, what? And this is the part that literally made me cry. So, jewelry is limited to only wedding band, watch, always covered in one post style, earrings worn in the ear. Nose piercings must be always covered and limited to only one stud. I don't know if you guys can see, but I have two. I've always had these two studs in my nose for like 2 years, 2 or 3 years. No, maybe 3 or 4. No, I don't know, but I've had them in for a very long time, since high school, and I feel very uncomfortable taking it out. And then my thing is, like, why would I I can only have one stud, but my nose is gonna be covered with a mask anyway. Like, I can't, like, I always have a mask on. So that's why I don't get why we can't have two studs. So I'm gonna just try to get like a clear stud and then just put it and replace it and then put makeup or something, because like I don't know, I just don't like my holder clothes, and like it's just, I've never not had these two in. So yeah, anyway, that broke my heart. But that was kind of basically it of like what we would like need for like the dress code in clinic and everything. So yeah. Okay, so the next thing is we're going to talk about the dental hygiene school costs. And I have this on my iPad as well, so I think I can be done with this. They sent us an estimated supply cost order of like all the things I need to like purchase and everything, and how much it would be. Like, we actually have like the real like prices, because in the beginning they sent us like a little rough draft of what we would have, and now they sent us how much like each thing is gonna cost. So, got my dandy iPad, all my stuff. So I'm gonna tell you guys what I have to purchase before for clinic, and I have to purchase all of this before school. Oops. I have to purchase all this before school starts. Okay, so real quick, background info on my school. So I go to a university. It is public. It's not private. My tuition is definitely a lot different than others. I will say, for a public school, I can't lie, the price for my stuff is not bad. Regardless, it's expensive. It's expensive, like, especially this day and age, everything is just expensive. So I go to a public university. I do have financial aid, like FAFSA and all that stuff. I have grants, I have scholarships. My goal for my whole school year for school, like how long I'm in school for, was to never take out a loan. Not just because there was sometimes, like my freshman year, I should have took out a loan, but I just paid it off like a payment plan, because I just don't like the feeling of debt and school debt. So I've been trying my hardest to just like pay off my debts, and thankfully my sophomore and junior year, everything was covered with financial aid, and I even got a nice refund check. It was just my first year, my freshman year, where I had to pay money back, and yeah. My tuition, like, it used to be a little bit cheaper, actually. It was like, I think my freshman year, it was like $6,000. It was $6,000 on my tuition with my class and everything, and it all got covered with financial aid. My sophomore and junior year, I think about 6,000 too, maybe a little bit more. And then for this year, I don't know how much my classes are gonna cost. I have to wait until my financial aid like kicks in, and like also like when the classes come out, and like I can see how much they cost, and basically like the e-bill for all that. I heard they're not too bad, but like, I don't know. So we're gonna hope and pray that financial aid covers those classes, because I'm already paying all this other stuff out of pocket. I have a list of the things I need to purchase or do for the dental hygiene program. So for the SADA, the association membership that I showed you guys about, for the first year it is $85, and for 2 years it's $150. And then optional was the scholarships, like I said, I would like try for. And then the CPR training was $40. Any color scrubs. So I'm just gonna skip that part, because I basically already told you guys the price range. So for the color scrubs, I would have to be paying either $30 to $150. Clinic shoes, $100 to $250. Long socks, ankles, $10. Clear nose jewelry, studs varies, because like, it just varies how much you might pay. So on to the tools that I will be needing, like my polisher, my instruments, my kit, and all that stuff, and my typodont. So for my polisher, I have to pay $475.99. And I have to buy it on August 1st. Most of these things I have to buy on August 1st because I'm going out of the country. I'm going on a trip from August 13th to the 19th. So I'm trying to hurry and buy all my stuff before then so I can have money for the trip. Like, it was just bad timing, but whatever, we do it. Okay, so the next thing is the Hue Freedy, which I think are my I'm trying to think, what is it? It says Hue Free Instrument Kit. So I'm gonna assume like my the tools I'll be using. It is $518.08. And I have to buy before August 19th, but like I said, buy on August 1st. So for my student kit, Kilogora, which is my Typodont, it costs $379.60, which is actually cheaper than what the estimated list they gave us in the beginning when we first got accepted. Thankfully, the price for it on our estimate was $500. Like, all this for fake teeth, like. But thankfully, how much we're actually paying is $379.60, which is still expensive, but I mean, it's better than. I'd rather pay that than $500. So can't complain. Okay, the next thing is the Henry Sheen. I don't even know what these things are. It just says supply kit. That is gonna cost me $444.45. And at the end, I'm just gonna like do like a roundup total and everything. And this one I have to be really particular on because it gives you a window of when you can buy your things. So it says I have to place the order from August 3rd to August 14th. So I have to place my order between those days. It can't be before and it cannot be after. And if I miss it, then I'd have to pay, I believe, like just extra money for it to get shipped soon. But like they were telling us like to set our count, like make sure you get your products during that time. So best believe I already put that on my calendar. Not playing. Okay, so now on to the miscellaneous clinic supplies. I didn't put prices for these. Basically they all vary and all that stuff just because I don't know how much these are gonna be, so I just put it as miscellaneous. But these are miscellaneous clinic supplies that they said was optional but strongly like recommend. Most of these are actually required, but like some of them are just like recommended. So the first thing is face shields, scrubs, small padded lunch soap for polisher, small patient hand mirror, which that didn't make sense to me at first, but then I was like, oh shoot, I gotta show them like the product, like of how their teeth look after I'm done like scaling and all that stuff. Sharpies to label our stuff, computer or tablet for exams, large tote bag, which I bought one off Amazon. It's a really big bag, honestly. Tackle box, clipboard, which my clipboard just came today, and it's really cute. It's pink. Lock for lockers, so just like a regular lock, so we could choose our locker and then just use it to lock our stuff. Surgical caps and anti-fog safety glasses, which all of that varies. I don't know what the price will be for those, but I'll calculate that. So the next thing is the immunizations, which basically I have to buy this just a way for them to see what our vaccinations are. It's called Complio, and it's $71 that I have to pay for. And it's basically it's a list of all the shots that we need. And then we also have to take a TB. It's either a 2-step or blood work. And I'm just going to do the blood work one. I'm not trying to do a 2-step because you have to come back twice. I ain't doing all that. I only really need my TB. I had everything else. I had my vaccines, my flu shot. I already did all that. I got my what's that thing called? My tetanus. Like, I'm already good with all those. I just have to ask my doctor for a list and I would send it. But I only just need a TB for real, and I think that's about it. That's most of the things that I need to purchase or do for dental hygiene. And then on my computer, they gave us like a estimated first year total. So basically all the stuff I said, so the mandatory and required supplies, the estimated cost for all that is $2,037.31. Yeah, my pockets want to cry. The clinical attire is $225 to $630. Additional first year purchases was $513.14. And the additional costs they put on here were like Cavitron inserts and then additional Hue Free instruments. So if I need like more instruments, that's how much I would have to pay. And then the textbooks and digital access codes, it just said varies because we don't know how much our books are gonna cost, and they don't send us the links for our books until I think middle July or August. also did an estimate, like total without loops. I'm gonna get loops just because I want to save my back in the long run. But loops are very expensive, so I have to save some money for that. But they said that the estimated total without loops would be $2,775 to $3,180, and then the estimated total with loops is $4,775 to $5,180. So as you can see, it's a big difference because loops cost like almost $2,000. Not even almost, they do probably more than that. And then they also added like prices for like all the other stuff, like the dental hygiene, clipboard, how much that might be, Sharpies, lunch bag. Thank you for me. I'm buying most of my stuff on Amazon. I'm probably gonna buy books from the previous years just to save a little bit of money, because and it's crazy because they told us that we should just buy like the stuff through them, which I get it, but like at the same time, books can range from $500 to $1,000, and no one just has that, especially in this economy. No one just has that. So I definitely will be buying from either first years or just renting them and buying them on Amazon because it'll be way cheaper. It'll be way cheaper than our school's like bookstore. So yeah, but that's about it. So that's like all the stuff that I need for the dental hygiene program, and like some of the costs, even though it really varies. And I'm gonna do another video on this where how much everything actually costed me and like how much it all came up to. I'm really excited and blessed to even have this like opportunity, because I've been literally studying this. Like I've been in school to be a dental hygienist for like years. Like this is my junior year, my third year, and I finally got my program this year, because they always say it's like a long wait, like you never get in your first time, and that happened to me. Then my second try. So unfortunately I will be graduating in 5 years, but I mean I don't really care. I got in the program, so I know that's right. So yeah, I'll be class of 2028, which is, it's just crazy to say. It's like, ooh, it's like wow. Like I'm just happy because there's actually an end date, because I really thought I was just gonna keep on waiting and waiting. And I know for community colleges, there's a longer way, so I'm not even tripping. Like at least I got in my second try. And then I know there's other schools that I'm trying to think, like a community college one. I know there's Concord. I know a lot of people do Concord. We don't have a Concord in the state I live in, I believe. I don't think we do, at least. So like that was an option, because I know if you did Concord you get in right away, but it is a private school and it does cost way more, but at least you get in like your first try and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm really excited to do this. I can't wait to start like the vlogs of me like day in my life, week of my life. So yeah, if you guys are interested, stay tuned. Ask me questions and also give me advice if you went through dental hygiene, like what's it like, how much your cost was. I'm curious, I guess. But yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Follow my socials, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.